It's time for us to reach our goals! Woo! Yeah! Told you I could do it. I'm feeling lightheaded.
You know, lately it might appear like I've been more subdued when hitting PRs. Less shouting, less swearing, less twerking. And it's not that I'm not excited. Oh, on the contrary, I'm ecstatic every single time I hit a PR. But I think many people can probably relate to this, that when I was younger, I'd usually lift angrier. I'd channel some really dark emotions, get revved up, and hopefully slam a PR. If I didn't, I'd cry in a little corner afterwards. In ways, it was cathartic. I was going through some shit, and lifting provided that very necessary outlet. And like I said, I think everyone, at some point in their lifting career, goes through that phase. So I'm not at all discounting the value of exercising out some of your demons via lifting. The truth, however, is that this anger can often mask fear, the anxiety you have over the outcome, whether or not you're going to get the lift, or maybe just your life in general. You face uncertainty in that moment and you're not sure if you're going to get it. And if you peer deep enough into that anger, you're yelling at the weight, aka the proverbial beast, because you want to intimidate it. On some much deeper level, it frightens you. And there's doubt within yourself, probably at your very core. And eventually, unfortunately, you might find like myself that hitting a PR no longer provides that catharsis. You get angry, hit the PR, hopefully, and there's a feeling of maybe emptiness afterwards, as if you're expecting something more. The reality is that your problems outside of lifting, they still exist. It is easier to say and far harder to accomplish, so trust me, I'm not trying to preach here. But I found personally that working through my shit outside of the gym has led me to achieving far more inside of it. And that's what you'll notice over the years, I've switched my main source of lifting fuel from that anger to belief. This comes from a deep-rooted conviction in my competence and my ability to produce the desired outcome, largely stemming from training indicators that I'm capable of achieving what I set out to accomplish, but it's also from years of being in that moment, in that spot, and inevitably, and almost always, showing up to perform. I've learned to trust myself, my skill, and my ability to execute on that game day. Like a lot of belief, part of it is irrational. My conviction to achieve the goal is unshakable, and whether or not that is true in an absolute sense, I think it allows me to plow myself absolutely towards the goal, leaving nothing behind. It is why you'll hear me play music these days that's often less aggressive. Hate can be a fickle emotion. I'm zeroed in and I'm focused on the task at hand. It's why you'll hear me bumping some Prince, some Jocko, some Stevie Wonder. It's all to produce that right atmosphere for me to turn on the switch and show up. I think motivation is deeply personal, and everyone ultimately has to discover what works for them, what they're driven by, and what will allow them to perform at the very highest level. I wish all of you listening to this to accomplish all your lifting goals and achieve everything you are after.